At Room to Room, the VIP sale is here. And for a limited time, enjoy an extra 10% off Row furniture. From classic neutrals to bold statement pieces, Row gives you modern style with timeless comfort. Don't miss the VIP sale happening now, only at Room to Room Tupelo.
Harvey's Curbside to Go means you can experience quality anywhere. Call in and pick it up on your way home without leaving your car. No cooking, no cleaning, just dinner. Harvey's, a difference you can taste.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Well, welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I'm glad you were able to join on y'all's Friday evening. You have made it through another work week, and I know y'all probably have a lot of plans for not only y'all's Friday night, but into your Saturday and Sunday as well. It's pretty much fall break for most of us here across North Mississippi, and thankfully, those beautiful weather conditions we are experiencing today will continue into your Saturday and Sunday as well. But we have a busy broadcast coming up, so let's get into it. We have homecoming at your game of the week. I'm sorry, this is going to bug me. Every time I see that mouse, I just always see it for the rest of the broadcast. Sorry, OCD to me coming out. But there we go. We have homecoming at your game of the week this week. Very exciting. I know Matt and Gabe will be covering that live up here within the next few minutes. I know they are enjoying that forecast. But speaking of, 10 out of 10 forecast for 10 out of 10. I kind of hinted at this earlier, but I wanted to put it visually in case you didn't know what I was saying. It's October 10th. We basically have a 10 out of 10 forecast for today, but thankfully that will continue not only for the 10th today, but into your Saturday and Sunday as well. So it's going to be amazing. Just got to get through these dry conditions as well. We will stay clear and dry all weekend long. So for those of you wanting rain, maybe it'll be a 9 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10 forecast for the rest of your weekend, but it'll still feel beautiful all across North Mississippi. But we can see these beautiful conditions with the first 12 showing still calm, clear conditions and cooling off as we continue into the evening ahead. 72 degrees by the time we reach 7 o'clock and kickoff for most high school football games, transitioning towards the low 60s by the time we're wrapping those up. But we're going to start seeing 50s pop up in the AM hours, and it'll even be pretty cool with low 50s, mid to low 50s as your lows tonight. So it is going to feel amazing outside. But as I keep mentioning, Matt and Gabe are live out there at the game of the week. Is it fair to say that today's a 10 out of 10 forecast?
Oh, yeah, 10 out of 10 forecast, here. Some folks were actually asking me a second ago what brought us here to Aberdeen, and the answer is, well, number one, you should be here, and number two, y'all did. Y'all are the ones that voted for us our Mississippi Live Game of the Week, and we're glad to be here again. Aberdeen taking on Choctaw County. It is homecoming here. Everybody's getting ready, tons of great food, and it is just about as pristine weather as you can get. I got to pick at you now. Okay. Would you agree? Pretty nice weather out here.
Yes, sir.
So, this is about the fourth year y'all been doing big tailgates like this?
Exactly. It's getting bigger and better every year. And as you can see, along with the weather cooperates, 2 years ago we had a storm, which we're going to blame that on you.
Well, I'll take it. It's fine.
Anyway,
as long as I get the claim today.
Today, I tell you what, fair's enough.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Well, thank y'all so much. And again, a lot of fun out here at this point. We'll talk to our meteorologist, Gabe Maynor, here in a couple minutes about kind of some of the upcoming things related to this game, which again is our game of the week. But as we look at conditions out here in the Aberdeen area right now, it is a beautiful evening. The temperature coming in about 75 degrees. I always got to pick a Gabe because, again, shorts again this week. I'm hoping one of these days they'll actually learn from it. I have short sleeves now, as you can see, but I have a jacket in the car that I'm going to get as soon as our broadcast is over. Don't need it yet, but you will need it before the conclusion of these games. Temperatures at this time coming in somewhere in the neighborhood of the middle to upper 70s, about 78 degrees right now in Columbus, 75 in Greenwood. It's 81 in Belzona, 75 degrees in Tupelo, but it is low humidity, and that means this temperature is going to continue dropping fairly quickly as we progress into and through the evening time period there. Mississippi Live Weather Radar, there's no precipitation out there as we are dry and clear. So that hour-by-hour forecast into this evening on your day planner, 72 by 7, 64 by 9. That means at the conclusion of these games, any wind is going to have a bit of a chill to it. So I think some longer sleeves on a jacket certainly necessary. The long pants, if you are planning on maybe coming out to a game, just make sure to bundle up somewhat or at least have something. It's not going to be super-duper cold by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly it will be a little bit cool by the end of these games. But again, our meteorologist Gabe Maynor here, and again, looking forward to this matchup with Choctaw County and Aberdeen at our Casey Lott Mississippi Live Game of the Week coming up here this evening.
Yeah, and the matchup, Aberdeen in the series has 0 wins compared to Choctaw's 6 in the head-to-head matchup. So not only are you battling a state champ, you're also battling the odds that you've been experiencing. But hey, it's a new game. It's homecoming. Home field advantage for the Bulldogs. Definitely going to be an exciting matchup and a high-scoring matchup is what we predict, right?
Absolutely. A very even matchup. Our Will Kohlmeyer will have an update on that coming up here in a couple minutes. But Caleb, as we send it back to you in the studio, a lot of fun out here in Aberdeen, ton of food. We'll get to eat here in a minute. And of course, we'll get a little bit from Will on this game of the week. But live in Aberdeen, with Chief Meteorologist Matt Lapa alongside our meteorologist Gabe Maynor for Mississippi Live Weather.
Well, big thanks for giving us that live look out there in Aberdeen. It will feel amazing for the rest of the night. I know y'all are excited about that food. For those tuned into the 5 o'clock broadcast, they are grilling and smoking some amazing food out there in Aberdeen. But let's take a look back at the weather part of this broadcast. We are still seeing dry conditions all across North Mississippi. That's going to continue into your evening as well. Maybe some cloud cover building in, but very, very quickly fading. We can see some showers try to come close towards North Mississippi, but it's still on the other side of the Mississippi River, affecting those out in Arkansas, maybe Tennessee. Maybe a select few could get a few sprinkles along the Mississippi River, but I feel like that is still an over-exaggeration. We are going to stay dry. As that cold front gets closer and closer, don't expect it to do much. It will not really have much of an impact here in North Mississippi. But taking a look at the next 24, we can see sunny skies all day long for our Saturday. It will feel amazing. Again, starting off cooler, pretty much in the low to mid 50s, warming on up towards the mid 70s by lunchtime, eventually upper 70s. And we're going to stick around the upper 70s, low 80s as our high tomorrow. So it will feel amazing before we start cooling off, seeing mid 60s by the time we get closer towards the 10 o'clock broadcast as well. But like our chief meteorologist, Matt Laubon, said, we have our Will Kohlmeyer giving you the latest look at those college games, the game of the week that's about to kick off, and everything you need to know coming up for this weekend, all coming up in 1 minute.
When you've been injured, don't settle for a lawyer who doesn't even know where you live. Call Langston and Lott. Local lawyers, personal service, real results.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The Health Class Film Guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lopon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lopon has proven himself trustworthy.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, thanks for sticking here with us at Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Taking a look at your high school game of the week presented by Casey Lott. We are seeing these beautiful conditions all game long, starting off in the mid 70s, cooling on off towards the mid 60s by halftime, then seeing some low 60s by the time you're walking out of that stadium. See if Choctaw County or Aberdeen is going to get the win tonight. Of course, we keep talking about these cooler conditions. Our chief meteorologist, Matt Lawman, is out there right now, and also meteorologist Gabe Maynor giving us some insider look with those stats.
Now listen, I love Gabe, but I've traded him in for Vincent, my new buddy here, because of what Vincent's about to show you. So if you haven't eaten, I'm sorry. And if you're not going to make it to Aberdeen, I'm even more sorry. Let's go ahead and take a look what we got down there. Ready? Look at these kebabs. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I'm sorry. You know, I think that might be illegal to show something that risque on TV, is it not? You know, hey, this is a big party in a lot of ways because it's a reunion on top of the fact that it's homecoming, right?
That's correct.
So, I mean, it looked like a good crowd. Thank you so much for letting me show off your grilling activities there. Hey, listen, and again, it really is kind of like a party atmosphere here in Aberdeen. We just thank y'all so much. Hey, we thank y'all so much for, selecting this game of the week. And if you would like us to be at your Mississippi Live Game of the Week next week, we'll have another opportunity to vote. You just have to make sure to get all your family and friends to go ahead and do that. Again, appreciate Casey Lott for sponsoring us there. We want to talk, though, to our Will Kohlmeyer about all the matchups, meteorologist, not sports guy. I mean, I can give you some predictions, but Will's winners, I think, today. You want to hear what he has to say, of course, about the matchup here in Aberdeen and looking toward your SEC football forecast presented by Clark Hogan.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, what a night this will be in high school football. Great weather-wise as well when it comes to these matchups around the North Mississippi area. At 5 o'clock, we dove into the top three, at least in my opinion, of the top games in our area. Let's revisit, though, our game of the week. And I'll tell you what, you viewers, you know your high school football, another great matchup. How about this? Number 3 Choctaw County at number 8 Aberdeen. Quite the matchup in Monroe County here tonight. Dylan Mitchell and his Chargers, they can score. You can see 33 points a game. They got a very balanced offense as well. If you want balance, and head coaches always look for that balance between rushing and passing, Aberdeen is the team to look at with a $155 on the through the air and 154 on the ground. They're averaging 30 points a game, so I think you guys will have a shootout tonight in Monroe County. And of course, at 6 o'clock, we always talk football and college football specifically. And let's take a look at some of the Wills winners. Of course, Mississippi State is off this week. They'll have an extra week to get ready for the Gators down in Gainesville. But the day starts at 11 o'clock. And what a matchup to start the day. Number 8 Alabama, number 14 Missouri up in Columbia. Alabama with that initial loss to Florida State. Tide fans were looking for the panic button. I was saying, don't worry about it. You're going to be just fine. And they have been just fine. It's going to be a tight one tomorrow up in Missouri, but I still like Alabama to win in a nervous nod over the Missouri Tigers. And then there's 45 minutes later down here in Oxford, it's Ole Miss, ranked 4th in the country. They've had a week to marinate and enjoy that win against LSU. They had the off week last week, and now they get ready for the Cougars of Washington State. First ever visit to the Deep South for Washington State. I think it will be a rough visit. I think Ole Miss will have their way with Washington State. That'll be tomorrow morning on the SEC network. But that's the story now for our picks inside the studio here. Let's send it back and we'll talk the weather forecast for these games coming up tomorrow in the SEC.
Well, those are great picks. I always avoid giving my picks. I can give weather forecasts. So let's take a look at that out here in Oxford, Mississippi, and midday game. So 11:45 is the kickoff currently. 73 degrees by the time you are starting off that game, warming up towards the upper 70s, but pretty much sticking around there throughout the rest of your game, especially on the back half. So it should be a beautiful game out there in Oxford, Mississippi. Alabama on the road this week facing the Missouri Tigers out in Columbia, Missouri. Still another midday game starting off at around 11 o'clock. Starting off in the mid-60s, warming up towards the 70s, but thankfully you're going to still pretty much be at the low 70s throughout the back half of that game. So it will be beautiful out there in Missouri as well. But let's take a look at North Mississippi. This is why y'all tune in. Y'all want to know what's going on. And thankfully, we don't really have much going on. It is very dry outside, but it's also beautiful and clear as well. Some cloud cover trying to push in for the last few hours in this early evening. But by the time we transition more into nighttime and later in the evening, we will see clear skies. Some showers pretty much affecting those in Arkansas, but that's across the Mississippi River. Any that do end up crossing into North Mississippi might give a brief sprinkle. I don't even want to talk about it. It just looks super dry across North Mississippi. That is what I'm expecting overnight and into your Saturday morning, but we are seeing clear skies by the time we wake up as well. And we're going to be waking up with cool temperatures as well. It is going to feel amazing. Pretty much low 50s, low to mid 50s all across North Mississippi. Like I mentioned in the 5 o'clock, this is a great color that I love to see on our lows graphic, especially with how elevated they've been throughout our summer season, and now we are finally seeing those fall conditions return. Coming back to Futurecast, we can see some cloud cover trying to push in the early morning. We're still going to see sunny skies throughout most of our Saturday. If not, you might see some mostly clear, partly cloudy skies. But there we go. There's a little cold front trying to inch its way closer and closer towards North Mississippi. You're going to see it kind of eventually cross into North Mississippi around Saturday in the afternoon hours. Not really bringing much rain or providing much lift to any showers. We are definitely in a stable environment. We're going to continue to be in one as we continue into the weekend ahead, but we get to enjoy these temperatures. High temperatures pretty much in the low 80s all across North Mississippi. Still some upper 70s sprinkling in, but thankfully those heat indices keeping you right there with those actual temperatures, maybe cooling us off slightly. So if you're on the edge of those upper 70s, might actually feel like you're in those upper 70s as you continue into your Saturday. But coming back to Futurecast, we can see that cold front still over the most northern part of North Mississippi. Not going to stick around for long, pretty much fades on out as we go into our Saturday evening as well. By the time we reach those early morning hours for Sunday, we are still seeing clear conditions. That's going to continue into your Sunday morning as well. A beautiful church commute. I'm just letting this play because there's not much to show off for your Sunday. By the time we reach to the evening, still sunny skies mostly clear conditions, it will still feel beautiful by the time we're wrapping up this weekend. Even into the Sunday nighttime hours, that high pressure system, that's what I was talking about during the 5 o'clock, that is what is responsible for this calm, clear weather. High pressure systems are associated with calmer weather. Low pressure systems are what we see with those stormy weathers, the red L's that we see on the map. Thankfully, not really seeing that this weekend. We're going to enjoy that because most of us are on fall break, whether you're in the high school, college. I know I'll be enjoying my fall break up here. It will feel amazing as I continue to enjoy it here in North Mississippi. High temperatures still pretty much in the low 80s, a little bit warmer than what they are for your Saturday. So still seeing a warming trend. So get out, enjoy the weather. It is going to feel amazing. Those heat indices knocking a few of us back down towards those upper 70s. So no matter what time it is during the weekend, you are going to have a great time outside all across North Mississippi. And we can see this on the 7-day forecast. Those sunny conditions will continue all weekend long into your work week. Sunny skies Saturday, Sunday, into your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Still above average for this time of year, trying to get towards those mid 80s as our highs. But thankfully, we're sticking around 84 is the highest as of now. So not going super far above average, but definitely getting closer and closer towards that fall-like weather. Since we're in the season, we might as well enjoy these temperatures when we're in the season. But coming up in 1 minute, I'm going to give you the latest look on your weekend forecast. And for those that didn't tune into the 5 o'clock, a little sneak peek at what's happening in Tupelo on your Monday.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Well, thanks for sticking here with us at Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I think this sums up our weekend perfectly. Sunny skies all weekend long, and our change of highs 1 degree. So 81 for your Saturday, 82 for your Sunday. It is going to feel amazing. The two headlines we have, we're closer towards average. I think we looked on the 7-day forecast just a second ago. Our average for our high is around 79 degrees. So, I mean, compared to where we were being above average, we're closer towards that average mark, but definitely not below or around average, still just slightly above it. But dry conditions will persist, so keyword, you got those sunny skies, clear skies, not gonna see many clouds. It will be very dry here in North Mississippi. I even put this in just for fun, just to show you the forecasted rainfall for the next 2 days. And this is something that typically likes to over-exaggerate things, try to give the best of both worlds and spread it all around North Mississippi for rainfall. It's not giving us anything. So we are going to stay dry here across North Mississippi. Enjoy fall break. Enjoy a great weekend outdoors. But as I mentioned, I wanted to give y'all the latest look on something that will be coming up in Tupelo, not for your weekend, but into the start of your work week. This will be on Monday. Matt gave us the latest.
Okay, Brady Davis with the Chickasaw County Foundation joining me today, and big day coming up on Monday.
Absolutely. On Monday, we'll be celebrating Pieminko Day down here at Fair Park. It begins at 10 a.m. and we'll have a number of cultural activities around for people of all ages to enjoy, from stickball to language to a coloring station. And we'll also have a ceremony at noon, laying a wreath by the Pieminko statue here at Fair Park.
And which is of course behind you. And I didn't realize, I knew it'd been here quite a while, but this is a big milestone year for that statue.
Absolutely. The statue was donated by the Rotary Club in 2005, so it marks 20 years that Pieminko has been down here outside of City Hall. It was here actually, he was here before Elvis' statue.
And that's important because, such an important leader to the region. I don't want, you don't want to give everything away, because it's kind of a good opportunity to bring the kids down for a good educational and overall cultural experience on Monday. Absolutely.
And yes, Pieminko was one of the most important leaders this region has ever seen throughout all of history. And his work alone between the Chickasaw Nation and the beginnings of the American government are paramount. And so we hope that people will come out, learn a little bit more about Pieminko, and learn a little A bit more about Chickasaw history.
There's going to be all cool
have activities set up for everyone to enjoy. We'll have a coloring station for young children. We'll also have an information table set up about the Chickasaw Heritage Center and the Chickasaw Ancana Foundation. And we have a number of food trucks that are going to join us. So the event will last roughly 10 to 1, with the ceremony running from 12 to 1. And we're just really excited. We hope a lot of people come out and experience it.
So this is coming up Monday on Fair Park in Tupelo. It's fall break for Tupelo schools, so it's an opportunity to have something that's both entertaining and educational, I think, for some families to come out and enjoy.
Absolutely. My kids will be here, and I hope many others are as well. It really is a great opportunity for people of all ages to learn just a little bit about Chickasaw history and culture, and to learn a little bit more about the forthcoming Chickasaw Heritage Center that's going to open next year.
So excited for that as well. Brady Davis, Chickasaw Ancana Foundation, thank you for joining us again here today.
Okay, there we go. I don't know why it keeps muting me, but big thank you to our Chief Meteorologist, Matt Laubon, for giving us that look at that event coming up. Make sure to go support that event. Show up, show out here in Tupelo. I know it will be a lot of fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. I believe our meteorologist, Gabe Maynor, will be out there as well. And of course, here are the QR codes for both the iOS and Android app. We appreciate all the support you've given us, and we can't wait to see what else y'all let us know for any updates on the app y'all need, any graphics y'all want. We love hearing all the feedback. We cannot do this without you guys, and I appreciate hearing all the remarks y'all have. It has been great so far. Our next live show will be at 10 p.m. tonight. Voting is closing in the next few minutes, so make sure to go and vote for your band and cheer squad of the week. Can't determine the football game outcome, but can determine that. So give that last minute vote as that wraps up. And then during the 10 o'clock, we'll reveal who got the band and cheer squad of the week. And also meteorologist Gabe Maynor will be giving the highlights as well. So it will be a great Friday night here in North Mississippi. Y'all go out, enjoy the rest of y'all's evening. And I'll see y'all live in the Room to Room Weather Center at 10.
This roof's getting installed with our premium roofing system. Backed by our 50-year warranty. And there's a 0% financing, no payment for 6 months options that this customer utilized. If you're looking for a new roof and you need an affordable option, call Absolute Restoration